Got some more stuff here out of the UK. 88 Films UK to be exact. 2 slasher collection titles and one of their Italian collection titles here. Like I said, not going to go into real details with the reviews because I wrote the reviews as well. And I think the reviews written are probably far better detailed than I could probably give into on the wing and on the spur of things here. But I will say one good thing is they have went back to the good red cases for the newer slasher classics collection. This is Children of the Corn. Now this comes in a box set that you can get with Children of the Corn 2 and a remastered Children of the Corn 3. I don't have that. I do have the single one they sent me here, which is cool. I have the old Image Entertainment one. This looks way better than the old Image Entertainment one, I do believe. If I was going to say so, if you're a fan of this, you'll want this version if you don't have the Anchor Bay one, because it looks better than the Image Entertainment one. Now, it is a Region B locked disc. Now, that's kind of a bummer for some folks, and I kind of expected it. Some of the bigger titles seem like they're really getting strict on the lock stuff. But this here is, let me set these over here for a second. This is a solid movie. If you've seen this, based off Stephen King's, story. If you've seen it, you've seen it. There's creepy people there, creepy kids in the cornfields, and they go against the adults there, one of which being the chick from Terminator. Let me find her name, Linda Hamilton. One of these days I'll get good on names, but Linda Hamilton's in it. The kids, they're on the warpath. It looks good. They fight back. Good old kid violence here near the end of the film. Really creepy, really good. One of those from the 80s you remember a whole lot about. And like I said, I've seen this thing a million times. I like it. Now, it's never been like my favorite. I think I may actually like part 2 better than I do part 1, if I'm going to get real, honest about it. But still, you can't not go wrong with 1 or 2. Some people love 3. I'm a little iffy. I seen it one time. I seen it when the old Echo Bridge Blu-ray came out, and they sent it to me for review. I haven't seen it since then, but I believe 1 and 2 is where you're going to find most of your good stuff. But this one comes with the life, legacy, and legend of Donald P. Brochers, an intimate celebration of the career of B-movie lore's most unrecognized maverick, the producer behind Angel, Children of the Corn, Crimes of Passion, Doppelganger, 2 Moon Junction, Vamp, and much more. So that's a really cool 83-minute documentary that is well worth the purchase alone, if you want to be honest. If you already have the other ones, that documentary is worth getting anyway if you already have this on another one. Of course, then it's got the 5.1 surround, original stereo soundtrack, English subtitles, original trailer, 88 film trailer reel, and the reversible sleeve, which just takes off the banner here. There's also a little bit of a booklet inside there. Like I said, we've seen Children of the Corn a million times. You don't need me to tell you it's worth seeing. I'm sure you already know that. So there's that one. Next, and this one is probably a godsend for many people out there. It's Nightmares, or as these fine UK folks call it, Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. This is a crazy film. This is a really odd film, and it's really been a hard to get film in a lot of ways. Now, I used to have the old Code Red DVD, the 2-disc, when I bought it real cheap off Amazon right before those things just went totally out of print and seemed to skyrocket. Or maybe they didn't go out of print. Maybe Bill just had them hid somewhere at his house. You ever think maybe that's the case on these? Sort of like the Code Red Blu-ray that came out not long ago, that came out, totally seemed to disappear, popped up for $50 a piece on eBay, where some idiot actually purchased them, and then Code Red just magically put them back out. I don't know. Number to 1,000, they said. I don't know if it is or it ain't. Nonetheless, the less headache version to acquire would be the 88 Films version. And this one is a Region A and B disc, so you can watch it in your Region A player if you're not region free. This one comes with some new extras that the other one doesn't have. The other one has more nightmare-related extras. This one has a little bit of some extra stuff to it. Now, before I get to that, let's talk about the transfer. Okay, there is a difference in the transfer here. It may be apples and oranges a little bit. It may just be, like a Coke and Pepsi type deal here. I don't know. It's different. It's not that different, but, you can tell a difference, if that makes sense. The Code Red one, colors may seem a little more pure in some spots, but the film looks a little less, detailed in some spots, too. This one is a little greener sometimes, but there seems to be more detail here in some areas. Not that the film looks spectacular, but this movie will never, ever look spectacular, people. I mean, let's be honest. Nightmares in a Damaged Brain is a movie that, kind of like The Mutilator when we talked about it with the Arrow stuff, gets by more on reputation alone rather than being quality, because this is a very confusing but fun film. It starts off, you got a guy screaming, he keeps having dreams of this man being tied to the bed and this woman losing her head, and there's a kid there, and then we cut in between that with another plot of a kid that is like one of the most aggravating kids you're ever going to see in a movie, and he's really tormenting his mom, doing all kinds of stuff, and then sooner or later they're interacting. You kind of figure out later why he's got a connection with the kid. There's blood, there's gore, some good gore. I don't know if you want to call it like really great gore, per se, but it is nasty gore. And it's so nasty that it grabs your attention, and there's a good decapitation here. And I believe this says it's uncut. As far as I can tell, it is. There's a few extra stuff here that wasn't in the cut that you get on the Code Red one. There's like one scene that is not in the Code Red one that is here. And like I said, you're probably going to have less of a hassle, and you're probably going to pay less to purchase 88 Films Nightmares and Damaged Brain. And this one has a reversible cover. This one actually has a really different reversible cover, whereas most of the time they just took the Slasher Classics thing off. You actually have that. If I can make it pull in there, you actually have that for the reverse on this one. But for some reason, I can't switch the old-fashioned, the old reliable one there with the lady's head there. And the extras you get on this, you have the brand new 2K scan and restoration. Like I said, different than Code Red, maybe not that different. It's maybe just your preference, I guess. This one here looks a little bit greener, but does seem to have a little more details to it. Terror in Times Square, A Guide to Nightmares, Grindhouse Kingdom. That's a good little documentary there, I think you would enjoy. Audio commentary by associate producer Bill Paul. Interview with Tom Ward, CEO of 21st Century Films. Original trailer, 88 Films trailer, reversible sleeve with UK VHS art. Like I said, the Code Red one might have a little bit better in the extra department, but you're going to see it look a little better here, and you're not going to have such a hard time or a pain in the ass picking this one up. Our last thing here is Zombie 3. Known as Zombie 2 here, I think. Which, there is Zombie 2, which is Zombie here in the UK. But, it's confusing, people. You know how it is with that. Either way, Zombie, as we call it. This is the direct sequel to Zombie. Somewhat directed by Lucio Fulci. There's like basically 3 directors that have their name on the actual director's credit here. As I can try, I don't want to get them completely mixed up here, because I do know, Bruno Mattei. It seems like Bruno Mattei. It seems more like a Bruno Mattei film than a Lucio Fulci film to me. And if you've seen enough of both of them, you can kind of figure it out. They claim one time that Fulci kind of directed like 40 minutes or something of this, but I find that questionable to say the least, because this seems an awful lot like a Bruno Mattei film. Still, though, it looks great here. Like, if you remember the old Shriek Show DVD looked horrible, this does not look horrible. This looks really, really good. And, of course, by comparison, how could it get worse, right? Nonetheless, you got the slipcase, which only a certain amount of copies come with the slipcase. And this slipcase, it has a funnier feel to it. I don't know what it is about that slipcase. It feels really nice. Like I just want to do that to it. It just feels nice. But if you slide the slipcase off, you will find the Zombie Flesh Eaters 2 cover. At least I think that's what you find. Yes, it is, so I'm not a liar. Zombie Flesh Eaters 2 cover. Inside it, you'll find also the documentary, if I can get this in here, of Lucio Fulci. The Lucio Fulci documentary only comes with a certain amount of these, just like a slipcover. You get this cool little number here. You get the Blu-ray, and you get a reversible cover, which is basically this. So I ain't gonna redo that. You know how it is. There's like scientists doing stuff, and they kind of cause a bit of an outbreak at the plant. The next thing you know, here comes the zombies. But the zombies are they're walking, they're running, they're flipping, they're doing look like acrobat moves at times, and we have flying heads that just come after people. So it is a insane film, but it's a film that you kind of want to keep watching anyway, just to see how it's going to go, because it's so crazy. This one, unfortunately, is Region B locked, and that's sad, because I have a lot of friends that would love to have this, and this one isn't available, I don't think, in America. You know, Shriek Show did, I think, Zombie 4. Was it After Death? I think they did a Blu-ray of After Death, but they didn't do this. And so maybe one day this will come over here, or you could bite the bullet and get that Region Free player if you can afford it. The DVD here does play Region A, which is I find odd. Region 1. The DVD, the documentary of Fulci is a Region 1 disc. It's Region 1 and 2, or Universal, I would say. 2 is locked. But it includes bonus disc, which is what I just told you about. Interview with Claudio Fragazzo. Interview with star Ovato de la Uca. One of these days I'm going to have to just start doing American films so I can pronounce these names. Live Q&A with Catrino McCole. Collectible poster art card, Italian opening titles, Italian closing titles, zombie reflections, and interview with Patrice Ring. Good, solid stuff. If you can watch this, get it. Or if you can't watch it now, get it anyway, and then get a region-free player later on. Whatever you can do. Awesome stuff here. I love these. They also did Anthropophagus, which, unfortunately, I thought I was getting Anthropophagus this time. I didn't get it this time. Maybe I can get it next time, and we can cover that. But like I said, this little series they're doing here with these slip cases, this is great. This is great work. I'm a big fan of 88 films overall. I kind of wish, just for the fact that a lot of my friends can't watch these, I kind of wish they'd go back to doing more region-free type stuff. But you got to do what you got to do. And if you can't do it, you can't do it. If you can watch this, though, and luckily I could, maybe you guys can. Zombie 3, Blu-ray from 88 Films. 88 Films doing great stuff. More great stuff on the way. They're doing some Sleepaway Camp stuff. They're doing 2 and 3. We've got those here. It would be interesting to see what they do with them over there. So maybe here pretty soon we can do another 88 Films update and see what else we got down the pipe here coming along. So until then.